It's a big day here at Wendy because Michael Ealy and Megan Good are here together. They've been here apart, but they're together in the new movie called Intruder. It looks like a must-see. The entire... We sent our co-host last night to go see the movie. And apparently they love to yell at the screen and tell people to turn around. You had a good time? I'm glad. So I look forward to speaking with them. In the meantime, Chris Rock is under fire. Chris. Why? So he mocked Whitney Houston. Okay, here's the deal. He posted a meme saying, me sitting in a meeting could have been an email. Hurry up, I got crack to smoke. You can't even say too soon. There's certain people that just don't belong. Excuse me. I just think that Whitney, pardon me. I could have called in sick. Yeah. I think that Whitney Houston is one of those people, because she's not here to defend herself, and because she passed away 7 years ago, but doesn't it seem like 7 minutes ago? Yeah. All of the specials and stories being told about her. Excuse me. I had to will it away. Just give me a moment, okay? I coughed my way out of a meeting last night. I was only there for 45 minutes. I had to leave. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm coughing. Anyway, Bobby got pissed and posted, during this time of women empowerment, you choose to use your time to try to humiliate our queen. I thought you was a friend of the family. Well, one thing about Chris Rock is that if he's not your family friend, who are you? Chris Rock is like the type of person, he endears himself to your family. Like, I think of Chris Rock as a family friend. Whose side are you on, Chris? But I think of Chris Rock as family friend. I don't know, Bobby, you just want to be heard. You've crossed the line several times. I understand that this is your dearly departed Whitney. I do think that comedians are allowed a pass when they're doing it in the right time and place. And the right time and place would be on stage at a venue where you bought tickets to see Chris Rock go. I feel like if he was telling jokes about people who passed away untimely, like, you include John Ritter and you include John Belushi, and somehow Whitney was in there, some people might not like it at the comedy venue, but most would like it because they'd say, that's Chris. And for comedians really, they have no limit. Unfortunately, these days, it seems like you force them to have to because you're so sensitive about whatever's going on in your life that you blame it on people who just try to make light of stuff. Like, there's horrible stuff in life that you can make fun of. I just think that Whitney, when you're in a business meeting, Mr. Wealthy Man, probably for what, 2 hours of your day where you probably walked away with a $10 million contract for something new? Wah. Chris. And everyone was sensitive to it, Everyone, I just feel as though it was the wrong place, that's all. I'm going out on comedy. I'll let you know about it. There's a tour set up for me. And I'm like, oh no, thank you. Yeah, no, the tea is better, thank you though. I don't know what jokes I'll tell. I know one thing, I'm gonna be on the road with a bunch of comedians, and I'm like the host, in between. So I'll tell my 1-2 jokes in between, but my 1-2 jokes, if you ever saw me on tour, still the same Wendy. Yep. And there'll be people who complain and wanna heckle, oh well. Oh well. So K. Michelle, everybody, is demanding respect as a country singer. Now, excuse me, this is a young lady who graduated from high school and got a yodeling scholarship to college. K. Michelle's been trying to break through in the country music genre for years. If you know anything about K. Michelle or seen any of her interviews, she's mentioned this before. The thing is that she was at a recent Nashville event. So you're in the middle of country, K. Michelle, and you got on stage, and well, this is how she used her evening. This is something that she wasn't even invited to. She just kind of jumped on stage like Little Mama and grabbed the microphone. And well, here's what she said.
Hello, Nashville. My name is K. Michelle. I have 3 #1 albums on Billboard. You can pull out your Google right now as you speak. I am a black girl, and guess what? I'm a black girl that sings better than any white country singer in Nashville right now. So when I say I'm the next Taylor Swift, it's not a joke, it's the truth.
See, well, I mean, you're clapping for K. Michelle, but the thing that she said, I can sing better than any, I guess she said white woman out here, and that she's better than whoever's out there already in country, that's not how you speak to a crowd that you want to be a part of. I mean, and she certainly does have the vocal dexterity to speak any way she wants, because she sings beautifully. She really does, and she does have 3 #1s on the R&B. She didn't say the R&B part, but in case you're looking. On the R&B charts, she's been pegged as an R&B singer, but her dream, even over that, is to be a country singer. I think that the thing that she should have done was gone there and humbly, how about acapella? Acapella. A country song. A country song. And she writes and stuff and everything. She's very, very talented. But, you know, a better way to do it was either a cappella when you, you know, jumped the stage, because nobody pulled her off. So it was a very calm crowd, and the place was packed. Well, she spent some time recently with Chris Stapleton, and you know, he's a country singer. Maybe they should do a duet together. He'd be good to help her usher in. Or better yet, since she said she sings better than any white woman, and I guess that is a statement that will go viral in the country world, why don't you hook up with, you know, a white country singer and humble yourself to get into this new genre before you take over. You know, before the takeover. I mean, and you don't have to be country all the time. Nelly's not country all the time, but he had success with country music. You know, that little guy Nas X, he sang with Billy Ray Cyrus. Country people wouldn't put it on the charts. They said it wasn't country enough. I think that was a black thing, but just saying. Just saying. And then there's Darius Rucker, who's country all the time. He's doing it. I don't know. It's not like it can't be done. So Kourtney Kardashian and Scott Disick are opening up about how they co-parent. So, you know, they have 3 kids, 2 girls and 1 boy. And they have a video that they shared on her new blog. I'm gonna eat this one, if you don't mind. Yeah, I know. She has this new blog, and she's talking about some of the biggest challenges that she faced as a co-parent with Scott after they broke up. Here you go.
I think the hardest part was when we both started new relationships. Don't you?
No, but...
Like, the hardest part because that caused fights between you and I about introducing the kids.
Right, yeah, right. Yeah, it's hard.
Like, we had to literally go to therapy to talk.
Yeah.
To even get through, you know, to be able to communicate together.
Here's the deal. It probably is hard when you start dating, but when you have 3 children, you gotta make it work out. And we were talking in our Hot Topics morning meeting, and actually my bureau chief came up with a really good idea. I don't know why it's not implemented. If you have children under 10, then it should be required that if you're gonna divorce, that you have to go to marital counseling. Or, you know, family counseling. To learn how to co-parent. Just, you know, to learn how to co-parent. Kids under 10. Kids older than 10, well, you know, not so much, they're already gone. They are who they are. I like them. Do you think they'll ever get back together? I don't. Courtney dates, he's a mess. She already has the kids. I bet you she'll want a fourth, probably with him, just to keep it all the same. Counseling, if you have kids under 10. Good idea. It doesn't help that you nod at me every time I cough. Brendan. So, it's a very sad day in Hollywood. John Singleton, you know, the director, he passed away. He was only 51, you know? About 2 weeks ago, he suffered a stroke, rather. And, you know, he had a lot of accomplishments under his belt in Hollywood. He was the first black man nominated for Best Director. That was for Boys in the Hood. And he was only 24. So he was the youngest person ever. He went on to direct Poetic Justice with Janet and Tupac, Higher Learning, Baby Boy, and you know, he's remembered by actors in all types of things. Samuel L. Jackson, Ice Cube, Tyrese, Regina King. I interviewed him once. I socialized with him a few times. Seemed like a nice man. 51, 51. So our hearts go out to his family and keep everything peaceful. What can you say? 51, that pendulum swings closer and closer. Shout out to anybody celebrating 50th birthday. Welcome. So Cynthia Nixon is calling out Sex and the City for being too white. Well, now remember her, a lot of what she says these days is because she's not the actress anymore, she's the political person. She was running for governor of New York. Now she still does stuff on the politics level. I like her. But anyway, she says if it were produced today, the show would have to be more diverse. She also says that the show is too centered around money and there weren't enough working class people in the show. She says that her Steve, you know, the pizza guy, was probably the most working class person, and also the show was too centered on looking perfect all the time. I don't see that. None of it. Because they just, look, they're no different than Housewives of New York, which is filmed right now. There's still black people in the city. There are none on that show. I mean, you know? I just feel like I watch those girls with ease and comfort even today, and I think that what they talk about is still relevant. I think Carrie is still a stupid character. She's got no sense with money. You know, she'd rather have things, and she's always looking for eternal love in a stupid way. Samantha, we all know somebody like Samantha, but when they close the door on their own lives, it's a pretty lonely life. We all know people like that. Does she have to be black or Asian? I don't think so. They spoke to me. You know what I mean? They spoke to me. I never had a problem with that. And yes, it was something that I observed once people made a big deal over it. Once I was already in love with the show in the first season, I was like, you're right. Where are the black people and the other people? Well, you see them in the background. I don't know. I think Cynthia Nixon just wants to stay out here and talk about something. If it's not political, she's going to talk about the Sex and the City, and she should. It's an iconic role that she played in an iconic show. But clap if you feel that that show wouldn't go today if it was new, because there's no diversity. It's like 40% of people. Wow. I would like to see Sex and the City, the musical. But I would like to see it done the way the movie was done. Like, don't all of a sudden start interjecting characters that we don't visually realize because, you know, Charlotte was not Indian. Do you understand? And don't do like corny music. Do music that they actually listen to. Disco, you know, music we can sing along with. That's all. Anyway, that's it for Hot Topics. But we got more great show for you, everybody. The stars of the new movie Intruder are here. Megan Good and Michael Ealy. But up next, celebrity lookalike. So grab a snack and come on back.